Hi, welcome to the Restaurant Show. I'm your host, Justin Riley. Stick around because we've got a great show with some fantastic local food. Gooseberry on the Square is going to join us. They always have some great surprises. They're down on the square of Madison. Plus, Blow and Smoke BBQ. Robert Bishop is going to join us and talk about his burnt ends. And Jessa is going to talk with Steve from the Egg and I. He's demonstrating his chicken spinach salad. It's all coming up right here on the Restaurant Show, where we stop by the best restaurants in town so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go coming up on the Restaurant Show.
Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. We are talking about a fabulous restaurant, some of my favorite food coming out of this place. It's the Egg and I, and Stephen Dascom is joining us, the owner here in Madison, and we're so glad to see you.
Thank you, Jessa. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Love chatting with you because you know I love your food. I'm a big fan. And I'm excited because one thing we've talked about, you may have seen, you guys have a fantastic spring menu, and so we've covered some of the things on here, which is great, and some really, really good stuff. So they still have their spring menu, including the juices. So if you're on the juice craze,
one of these shows, I'm going to make a juice for you guys.
I would love that. Yes.
I was going to try it once before, and the machine wasn't working for me. It wasn't cooperating.
Yeah, because you need some equipment, but it's really
deal.
fresh. Yeah. That's why you need that equipment. Now, another thing you have is a new menu.
Yes.
So
we just did a menu change. Not a lot is changed on the menu, but the menu itself is different.
Isn't it cute? I think it's lovely. Well, it's good to keep things updated and fresh, and it's funny because I've been several times, as you know, and obviously have had lots of dishes, but just even having a new menu, just a fresh look, has made me realize that there are some things on here that I didn't know. Like, for example, you have a whole lot of Benedict options. So, really exciting things because, you know, I love chatting about food.
We also made it a little challenging for everybody too, because everybody has their comfort zone.
Right, yeah.
And they know what's on the menu. What we do is we rearrange the whole menu, so now you have to look for stuff.
Exactly. It's like, where's Waldo? That's what I think it is, because I'm one of those people that orders all my favorites all the time, and that actually might help. So that's really good. Okay. Now, of all of the fabulous things that you have, you know, one of my favorites, I am a fan of salad, and I love seeing a nice, fresh spinach base.
Yeah, this is all baby spinach.
So we're doing chicken spinach salad today. Now, I was commenting before we got started, I cannot believe how much spinach comes on this salad. I mean, that's really incredible. So if you want to get in some good greens, this is the serving of the salad.
Yeah, everything that I make on the show is one serving is actually what you get in the restaurant.
Right, right.
So
it's a hearty salad, but really, I mean, really healthy ingredients. Tell us what's in this
one.
So
this is chicken breast, so that's, you know, it's a lean meat. It's no skin.
Okay.
So
that's a
nice,
great
lean ingredient.
Yeah, I love chicken.
This is just some sliced apple.
And I love how you are adding fruit.
Apples.
Oh, there you go.
So they're really sweet.
Ah, yes, that's great. And I love the addition of fruit to a salad. I love that little bit of sweet.
And of course, we have raisins and craisins.
Yes.
The golden raisins and then cranberry.
You got two
raisins.
kinds. Okay. Another little addition of sweet.
And of course, we have some red onion.
A little bit of crunch in there.
Crunch.
I like just a little bit of onion. I think that's a good addition. Too much, and you're going to have to.
Everything that's in here, so far at least, you know, it's all that sweet, and you got to cut that with something that's too sweet to me otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, it's extremely healthy bacon.
Yes, there you go. Love bacon. You got to add a little something.
And
give us something that's bad.
It was around, I don't remember exactly when last year, I made this lemon vinaigrette. That's our salad dressing for this one.
I do. Yes, we watched you. So that's actually
that was one of those gadgets you love.
Yeah, I love all the little tools that Steve has to make everything. But that's a really good point, because the dressing is actually made fresh in-house, which I don't think is real typical. And you might not know about the Egg and I, and really that's true of just about everything that you guys do is fresh, made in-house. And so I think that's nice to mention.
Much as we can, we do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just tossing this a little bit, and you could toss it by hand too. Technically, we always like to say, you know, the hands are the best tool you have in your kitchen.
And get that dressing nice and combined over everything. Everyone likes an evenly dressing salad, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, that's one of our, people don't always know, we have a couple little
Tricks.
little sayings in the egg and eye in the kitchen. It's like infinite attention to detail and a taste in every bite. So this is the taste in every bite part.
I love that. Well, the detail's important too. But it also, I've noticed, it helps you use less dressing when you toss it beforehand. Because
this one uses a little more.
well, there's a lot
probably
of spinach.
because there's so much.
Yeah, yeah.
The dressed greens that come with as an option on most of our items on the menu only gets a tablespoon of dressing.
Wow. That's
Doesn't
incredible.
take a lot. It goes a long ways. It's a lot
that's
further than
good.
people would think.
Well, that keeps the salad healthy because what happens a lot of times with salads is they are really healthy, and then you drench it with
Oh, yeah.
dressing,
The
and you
dressing
may as well
is-
just had a burger, right?
Exactly.
So, although you have good burgers too.
We don't have the burger anymore.
You don't have them anymore. Oh man.
Yeah, they were nice.
Everything that you've ever done has been good. It's surprising to me that anything ever goes, but you got to listen to your customers, right?
Right, well, we have to make room too for all this
Yeah.
neat new stuff.
That's right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
look
know,
at that.
When it comes down to it, everybody's got a burger.
Nice green salad. That's true. You got to do things that are unique to you. Oh, that's so gorgeous. I love
we
the
top
bright
it.
green.
We have.
I knew there was going to be cheese, right? You got to add something.
Yeah,
add
it's
some cheese for us.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
So this you can use the gorgonzola. This is a blue.
You don't have to use as much with blue cheese because it's got such an intense flavor. So it's a nice way to use a little less.
Candied and spicy.
Oh,
pecans.
wow. This is going to be a good salad.
you
I'll
go.
let you know because I'm going to have a taste right now. So this is available regularly on the menu, or is this a seasonal item?
This has been on the menu for years.
I can see why.
The dressing is a little different, but that's all.
That's a good one. And what's the dressing that's on here?
It's the lemon vinaigrette.
Lemon vinaigrette.
Ooh, I don't remember what all is in that one. We did it on the show. It has a lot of ingredients.
Really good. Well, I can't eat the whole salad because you know how spinach is. I'll have it in my teeth. So I'll wait till the show's over. But it's really good. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Steve is the owner of the Egg and Eye off the Beltline. Make sure you stop in. Fabulous food. We'll be back with more Restaurant Show coming up right after the break.
Coming up next on the Restaurant Show, Burnt Ends with Blow & Smoke BBQ. Welcome back to the Restaurant Show. If you're a barbecue fan, you probably know that Kansas City is the place for great barbecue. Unless, of course, you live near Wanakee and near this guy's restaurant. This is Robert Bishop from Blow & Smoke BBQ. Thank you for having us.
Thank you again, coming out.
Yeah, I love coming out on location. It's a nice little place, and even when the cooking equipment isn't going, it still smells so good in here, which is
thank you.
amazing. So, in one of our earlier segments, we talked a little bit about the different parts of the brisket,
Right.
and how one of the parts is you use for what you call the burnt ends.
Burnt ends, yep.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about what we're going to be doing today.
Well, this is this is what it comes out looking like after you've been smoked.
Okay.
Loses about 2 pounds, but
Wow.
it's cooked down. It looks burnt.
Yeah.
But there's enough fat in here.
Yeah.
That it's just juicy, and we call it beef candy.
Beef candy.
Beef
All right.
candy, yep.
And it does look smaller than what we saw.
Oh yeah,
earlier.
you lose a lot of
Wow.
weight in cooking. Anything you cook for 12 hours is going to shrink up a little.
I suppose. And we talked a little bit about how the prices have changed so much now that people know how to cook brisket properly. So we've gone from, what did you say, 69 cents a pound to almost $3?
Almost $3 a pound. That's
Yeah.
before you trim it out and before you cook it. So you're going to lose twice that again
Wow.
once
Wow.
it's cooked up. But
Closer to $6 a pound then.
Yep.
So you can
But
find
these are our burnt ends.
All right.
And like I say, they're just like beef candy.
Beef candy.
They're juicy. I don't know if you can see it in there, but just enough fat to keep it juicy. And
Oh, sure, yeah.
12 hours on the smoker's got tons of flavor.
Yeah, and it looks like the fat's kind of infused in the meat too, so it's not
just
like
enough
big
to keep
chunks.
her juicy.
Very
And our
good.
dinners come with 2 sides.
Okay.
All sides are made from scratch. We got potato salad, coleslaw, and put with this one today.
All right.
All served with a pickle.
That's a good meal. That's some comfort food right there.
That is. And nobody ever leaves hungry out of Blow & Smoke.
I bet. And they get to choose their own barbecue sauce too.
Yes.
So you're not presumptuous enough to think that this is what that goes well with this.
Yep.
You can kind of choose.
Sauce is always on the side. We've got original, spicy, and extra spicy. They're all the same base flavor, just step up the heats.
Sure. Okay.
We've come up with another mustard sauce.
Okay.
That goes really well on ribs and pork. Not so much on the beef.
Sure.
in my
okay.
opinion. But
all right, mustard sauce.
it's a tasty one. Just a little something different. Get a little bored in the wintertime and come up with new things.
We'll have to try that
So-
sometime. So are we? We're making a sandwich. It looks
Yep,
like.
we're going
too
to
here.
also do with the beef.
Okay.
Not the burnt end, but the flat of the beef.
Okay.
We're going to,
So we saw the flat in an earlier segment as well.
right? And that's a little leaner.
Okay.
Leave a little bit of that fat cap on there just to keep it moist. I only smoke this about 6 or 7 hours.
Okay.
But we're going to do the our loaded beef.
All right.
Beef sandwich, add pickles, cheddar, and red onions.
Okay.
And if you know, pickles go delicious with barbecue.
Absolutely.
So-
Yeah. So we're loading it up. That's literally why it's the
sandwich.
loaded. Okay.
You can do this with any of our meats. We've got loaded pork, loaded chicken, all kinds of specialty sandwiches.
Okay. All right. Talk to us a little bit while you're putting that together. Talk to us a little bit about your catering, because I know you do some catering.
We do tons of catering. We've got excellent catering prices, a lot of weddings,
Sure.
graduations, company events, whatever.
And if somebody's interested in finding out more, can they go to your website or just
You
give you a
bet.
call?
Everything's on the website, or you can give us a shout. I like to talk.
Okay.
We do tastings. If you'd like to come in and try something, if you haven't tried us before and you're thinking about a catering,
Sure.
we charge $10 for the catering, but if you book with us,
Yeah.
the tasting's free.
Okay.
It's thrown back to you.
Sure. Okay. You pay $10 for the tasting, but then you'll take that off of the final bill, basically. it
Yep,
sounds
if,
like?
if you book with us, yep.
Awesome. Awesome.
And
okay.
you get a nice plate. You get to try pretty much everything when you come out.
All right.
So,
All right. So come hungry. If you're thinking about catering, come hungry. Okay.
We do parties from 10 people to 2,000.
2,000.
Yep, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yep. We do the Parade of Homes tour here in Wanakee for the last 5 years.
Wow.
That's 1,500 people.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, they're exciting. Makes it.
That's huge.
Yeah,
2,000
yeah.
people. I mean, you have to probably plan ahead, I would imagine, for
Oh
that
yeah,
to make sure
it's
that you're
about
smoking.
almost a week process. The smokers are rolling
Wow.
pretty much around the clock.
Around the clock
Yeah.
smoking. All right.
A couple days ahead of
Cool.
time. So,
cool. Do you get a lot of comments from the people in this neighborhood about, hey, the smell just draws me in?
yeah. In the summertime with the patio, we get the families come down with the strollers and
Yeah.
the kids on their trikes.
Led
and
by their nose.
the
like-
family event coming on down to Blowing Smoke here, yeah.
There you go. That's cool. That's cool. So can I try this today?
You sure can. Dig in.
And do I? Where's can we get some barbecue sauce?
Yep,
Do we
here's
have
some original. If you like
This
a little
is a-
spicy, I can get that for you.
All right. I'll start with the original and
Okay.
work my way up from there. So we're gonna try some of the. And this is the what did you call this? sandwich?
Loaded beef sandwich.
Loaded beef
Yep.
sandwich. Okay, we're gonna try this. You ready? I didn't spread the barbecue sauce enough, so I got a little bit of it, but that's very nice. Now, talk to us about some of the awards that you've won, because this is truly award-winning stuff.
Thank you. We've done well. Won 2 grand champions. We won over 200 ribbons. Here's a few of them here.
Just a couple.
Yeah, they're not the easiest thing when you've got a group of 24 individuals that have to try your food. All at the same time. It's a little tough to make them all happy at once.
I bet.
Based on people's tastes.
And are most of these in Kansas City, or do they?
Most of them were around Kansas City. We traveled. We came up to Wisconsin before I moved up here and did a contest, and actually took 3rd place.
Okay.
But yeah, mainly around Kansas City. There's so many all summer. You don't have to travel too far to go. They're exhausting.
I bet.
A lot of alcohol involved, but I figure if you can get a nice little buzz on, still throw out some good food, we're doing
Sure.
well.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well. You're doing
Yeah.
pretty well. So when you came up to Wisconsin, did you kind of feel like there was a need for a good Kansas City style barbecue?
Not at first. I went to culinary arts at MATC,
Okay.
and the economy was still kind of down at the time. And my brother-in-law said, "Hey, they love vending carts here in town. You got to check that out." And I still had all my smokers and equipment. So next thing you know, I'm building a vending cart and down the square, and
There you go.
kind of got that going, And I thought I worked in a fancy hotel or restaurant, but this is the path we're heading, and they like the barbecue, so.
Yeah. And
That's what we're doing.
congratulations on all your success, because
Thank you.
your business has grown so much in the last few years, and we're really happy for you. And
We just had our 3-year anniversary Saturday, the 21st.
congratulations.
So 3 years here at the restaurant.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we always love coming up here, and if you love Kansas City barbecue or any kind of barbecue, come on up to Blow and Smoke Barbecue here in Wanakee. I guarantee you won't leave hungry. Robert Bishop, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having us. Up next on the restaurant show, Gooseberry on the Square. Welcome back to the restaurant show. I just have one question for you. When was the last time you were down on the square of Madison? it's been a while, you need to head down there and check out Gooseberry on the Square. And with me now is Deneen from Gooseberry. How are you, Deneen?
I'm good, how are you?
Good to see you. Good to have you with us. It's been a while since we've shared a screen together, but I always enjoy that. So what are we making today?
So we're gonna do petizza.
Okay.
It's a sweeter nut bread that I grew up having around the holidays,
Okay.
primarily around Easter time.
Right. So petizza is not a small pizza.
No.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
So we're gonna do the filling today.
Okay.
We're gonna start with some evaporated milk and
All right.
honey.
Ooh, all right. And you, so this is something that you cook ahead of time, I see.
Yep, the filling is cooked and cooled before you use it.
Okay, all right. Milk and honey.
Milk and honey. And then to that, we're going to add some sugar,
Okay. Are you able to see
a
down
couple
in there?
eggs,
Okay. All right.
and this one primarily I grew up with a mixture of ground walnuts.
Okay.
You can also use almonds or pecans, but you
Yeah.
want to make sure they're ground.
Okay. And we talked a little bit about this before the show. You had sort of what you think might be the Polish version of this, but it seems like other countries have their own versions of this.
They do.
Okay.
And I grew up with the naming petizza. This is my grandmother's recipe actually that I use.
Okay. Grandma's recipe right there,
Yeah.
gooseberry. And what is this? What is the dough made out of?
So the dough is a sweet dough as well. It's really, really thin. You want to roll it out as thin as you can get it.
Yeah.
This is a really small version.
Okay. Oh,
When
really?
I do
Okay.
it, it's on a table about this big.
Oh, really? All right.
So yeah, brought a little sample for you.
All right.
So we're gonna do this mixture until it heats up.
Okay. So you just want to get it
3
hot,
minutes.
basically, and that's it, or?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. While you're doing that, I'm going to ask you a little bit about graduation, because believe it or not, graduation is, if you're in college, probably about a month away. If you're in elementary, high school, middle school, probably about a month and a half away or so. So graduation is coming up, and you guys do cakes and catering.
We do.
So
Yep.
talk to us a little bit about what you can offer folks.
So you can do a couple different sizes with cakes. We do everything from a smaller cake, which feeds about 8 to 10,
Okay.
up to a full sheet cake, which will serve about 100 people.
All right.
So you can do any size in between there. And our catering menu is found on our website.
Okay.
Some summer stuff is brats and hamburgers. We've done a taco bar.
Oh,
So
okay.
little different things.
Okay, that's great. And the cakes, I think it's important for people to know that your cakes are all from scratch.
They are.
That's fantastic.
Frosting as well, so
Frosting too.
yep,
Wow.
everything.
And do you stick to mainly just sheet cakes?
We do sheet cakes, we do tiered cakes as well.
You do
That's
tiered cakes,
on
okay.
a different pricing.
Sure, okay.
More of a wedding scale pricing.
Sure, yeah. But a good sheet cake, it's made from scratch. I mean, you can't beat that. And quite honestly, especially if you're like me, you probably just care about how it tastes, how it tastes going down. So, all right.
So this has come to a boil. We're all finished here.
Okay.
And this part has to cool before you use it on the dough.
All right.
Otherwise it'll be way too hot.
It'll be
It'll
too
tear
hot
the
for
dough.
Okay.
So once it comes to a boil, you want to transfer it to a different pot or pan. And then we're going to finish it off with some butter. Kind
Okay.
of smooths everything out.
Oh, you can never have too much butter.
Yeah.
So you don't want to melt the butter necessarily, though.
You'll melt
work
the heat from the mixer will melt the
It'll
butter
melt
itself.
for you.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And I actually use cold butter, so it kind of cools it down a little bit faster.
Oh, okay. How long does it have to cool for?
I'd say about a good half hour. Should be slightly warm to the touch, not
Okay.
super cold, because then it's going to be hard to spread as well.
Right, absolutely.
So there's the filling.
There you go.
Now I cheated and did some earlier that we're going to use.
That's not cheating.
So this is the chilled material here.
Okay. And you want it to be chilled, not room temperature.
Room temperature is good.
Room
Yeah.
temperature is good, okay. All right.
Put that all on the dough.
I imagine you have to spread this out quite a bit.
It does, yeah. Now you can use either a tool, like I brought here is
Yeah.
a small offset,
Okay.
or you can get down and dirty and just use your hands.
All right. You're going with the hand option, it
Yeah.
looks like today.
Works a little better for me.
Or if I could
So,
grab a glove and help
just
you out
kind of-
here.
Sure can if you want one.
All right, here, hand me a glove. I'll help you out.
There
see
you
if they'll
are.
fit my hand. Here.
Yeah, they're a little small, but
All right.
So I just work the mixture on the dough.
And you probably want to try to get it as even as possible.
Yep. And then when you're finished, you're just gonna roll it like a cinnamon roll.
Okay.
It'll be jelly roll style.
Ooh, I like the way this feels. It's a sensory activity for me as well.
It is. And this is why the walnuts need to be really ground finely.
Yes.
So it doesn't go through with the thin dough.
Yeah, I imagine if you are working this too hard, you know, too vigorously, that could kind of rip a hole in the dough. So, very good.
Right. So we're pretty well covered there.
Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. It sounds like you can just kind of. All right.
And then when you're done, like I said, just thinly. I'm gonna take these off. It'll be a little bit easier.
Go ahead. Just try to grab an edge
roll
there
it.
and then roll it in. Isn't that something? And what's amazing to me, and if you want to get a shot of the finished product, this came out of our Magic TV oven. It's huge. I mean, this is a huge roll. I mean, this isn't like a little tiny thing. I can't believe how big that is. Do you mind if I take a bite of it?
Go ahead. There's a couple sliced for you.
All right, here we go. I'm going to try this. This is pizza.
So it's nice and sweet. You can add butter if you want to. I don't necessarily think it needs it, but
It's nice and sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's not as sweet as I was expecting it to be, which I like it. It's good. It's very good. Wow.
so this, like I said, is a mini version. It's
Okay.
usually about this big, and then you
Okay.
can cut it as long or short as you want, and
Okay.
then it bakes in the oven, about 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about half hour, 40 minutes.
So you want to cut it
All
before
set.
you bake it?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Very
I'd probably
good.
cut this in half and then.
There you have it, folks. Pizza. Gooseberry on the Square, downtown Madison. Deneen, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Don't go away. There's more Restaurant Show coming up after the break. Thanks so much for joining me here today on the Restaurant Show. I hope that when you're out and about looking for a place to eat or at the local grocery store, you'll consider any one of these fantastic locally owned businesses. That's all the time we have for today on the Restaurant Show. This is Justin Riley reminding you that life is too short to eat average. We'll see you next time.